أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. Today we will discuss lecture number 275 titled The Qur'an and Geocentric. Geocentric or heliocentric universe. Whether this universe is heliocentric or it is geocentric, as the 26th issue under the Qur'an and Modern Sciences related to astrophysics. Geocentric or earth-centered means the earth is the pivot or the center of the solar system, and the sun, according to geocentric, the sun revolves around it, while heliocentric or the sun-centered means the sun is the pivotal player of the solar system and the earth and other planets revolve around it. Belief of geocentric universe enjoyed consensus even before the advent of Greek philosophy until it was challenged by Copernicus in 1543. In a universe interwoven by billions of galaxies like the Milky Way, trillions of stars like the sun, and innumerable planets like the earth, which all together reflect just 4 to 5% of the observable universe, any judgment on the interrelationship between the celestial bodies of the universe always remains at risk of revision or reversal. Nothing final can be said. However, relative status of the earth and sun had been among the core issues for research and investigation since 17th century that finally led to the belief of a heliocentric order. Heliocentric order where the sun is the pivotal, where the earth is a junior member of the solar system. Amazingly, while the Quran, rejecting the Greek concept of a static earth or a geocentric order, had already revealed in the 7th century that the earth rotates and revolves around the sun, causing day-night cycles and the seasons. Just imagine. Now we will discuss how the Quranic information happened to be the precursor of the recent findings made by science in this area. So, dear friends, let us begin with the scientific view on the subject. Much before the Greek era till the 16th century, the universe was considered geocentric. Earth was the center. This belief was firstly challenged by Copernicus in 1543, who proposed that the earth and other planets revolve around the sun, which was proved by Galileo in 1610 with the help of data collected from telescopic observations. Subsequently, Johannes Kepler proposed his heliocentric model, confirming the movements of planets around the sun. Science further discovered that the earth rotates on its axis like a top at a velocity of about 1670 km per hour, and it revolves on its orbit around the sun at a velocity of 108,000 km per hour. Recent phenomena. Likewise, the solar system, the whole solar system, revolves around the center of the Milky Way galaxy at 720,000 km per hour, and velocity of the Milky Way galaxy, comprising more than 200 billion stars. 200 billion stars is 950,000 km per hour. Such a grand network of trillions of gigantic celestial systems with incredible volumes of interdependencies hardly gives much confidence to pass an absolute judgment on any of its major relationships. So, dear friends, the Quran is very wise in explaining interrelationships and dependencies between various elements of the universe. In lectures 257, 259 and 261, we have noticed great interrelationships working behind the carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen and wind cycling systems, landing of iron from bigger stars to the earth and generation of magnetic radiation by it to build Van Allen radiation belts in the atmosphere for protection of the earth. Then about how photosynthesis is organized for life to sustain by receiving energy from the sun and nitrogen and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and hydrocycling for circulation of fresh water and other provisions of life on the earth. All these phenomena have been discussed in the lectures I have referred earlier. There are several verses in the Quran revealing such miraculous interdependencies. Some of them are quoted here. Ayat 2 and 4 respectively of Surah Saba and Al-Hadid say, these are the common words of two ayat of different surahs. Allah says, Allah knows what penetrates. Focus on the words. Allah knows what penetrates into the earth and what emerges from it, and what descends from the heaven and what ascends therein. Ayat 5 of Surah Al-Jasiyah says, and in the alternation of night and day, and in what Allah sends down from the sky of provision and gives life thereby to the earth after its lifelessness, and in His, Allah's, directing of the winds are signs for a people who reasons. What are the miraculous role of winds? We will discuss in some future lectures, inshallah. Ayat 11-12 of Surah At-Tariq says, listen the words I translate, I swear, Allah says, I swear by heaven which returns. Whatsoever it takes up, it returns, and the earth which splits. The ayat we quoted here indicate an integrative relationship between the earth, sun, and other celestial bodies. However, if we intend to gauge degree of dependence of the earth for its sustainability as home of life, it no doubt hugely depends on the provisions coming from the sun and atmosphere through various cycling systems and photosynthesis. Thus, within the solar family, parental role of the sun is quite evident, which has been named heliocentric system by science. But it hardly undermines the dynamism of the earth in the system. So, dear friends, in lectures 271 and 273, we have discussed various aspects of the earth's rotation on its axis and revolution on its orbit around the sun, which indicates two important points. What are those important points? Firstly, the earth is not static. It, like other planets, revolves around the sun, functioning within the heliocentric system, part of heliocentric system. Secondly, it manages its major affairs with the support of the sun, especially the alternation of day and night, occurrence of seasons, and recycling systems like the photosynthesis. The Qur'an has evidently described both the points in its several verses. A few of them are quoted here. Ayat 1 to 4 of Surah Ash-Shams indicate collaborative role of the sun and earth in the day and night cycle. Listen the translation. By the sun in its morning brightness, and by the moon as it follows it, by the day as it displays the sun's glory. Focus on these words. By the day as it displays the sun's glory, and by the night as it conceals it. Very precise and marvelous explanation. It is the sun that lends its brightness to the day. Focus. It is the sun that lends its brightness to the day, but it is manifested by the rotation of the earth. As the ayat says, it displays the sun's glory. It displays the sun's glory. When the earth turns its face, the brightness of the sun is concealed. Thus, it is not the movement of the sun that causes day and night. Rather, it is the privilege of the earth that rotates to let it happen. So, both are the equal partners. Ayat 17 and 18 of Surah At-Takwir give another miraculous information on the collaborative act of sunlight and day-night alternation, indicating photosynthetic concentration at dawn in the morning, as detailed in lecture 259. It confirms the phrase photosynthesis wake up. Photosynthesis wakes up in the morning. The ayat says, listen, the ayat say, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا عَسْعَسَ وَالصُّبْحِ إِذَا تَنَفَّسَ. Oh, beautiful the verses are. Again, listen. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا عَسْعَسَ وَالصُّبْحِ إِذَا تَنَفَّسَ. And I swear, Allah says, and I swear by the night when it draws in, closes, and by the dawn, early in the morning, when it breathes, it starts its activities. The ayat reveal amazing connection of photosynthesis with morning hours. At dawn, the leaves begin to sweat and photosynthesis increases, while at night temperatures falls, perspiration declines, and photosynthesis almost stops. It tells how close the sun and day and night cycle are connected. Some more ayat are quoted to highlight amazing connectivity of Earth's rotation, its revolution around the sun, and lengths of days and nights, and severity of climate as detailed in lectures 271, 273. Ayat 45 and 46 of Surah Furqan say, do you not see how your Lord lengthens out the shadow? Metaphoric references. Do you not see how your Lord lengthens out the shadow? Had He willed, He would have made it constant. But we made the sun for it an indication, then we gradually draw it towards us, little by little. Ayat 71 of Surah Al-Qasas says, Say, have you considered if Allah should make for you the night continuous until the day of resurrection? What deity other than Allah could bring you light? Then will you not hear? Will you not give attention? Ayat 5 of Surah Az-Zumar says, listen. يُكَوِّرُ اللَّيْلَ عَلَى النَّهَارِ وَيُكَوِّرُ النَّهَارَ عَلَى اللَّيْلِ. He wraps, Allah wraps the night over the day and wraps the day over the night. In this ayat, movement of the earth is described by the word yukavviru. It means to cover up a spherical body, round body, that refers to the rotation of the earth, giving rise to night and day. The word simultaneously indicates the spherical shape of the earth and its movement around the sun. Thus, when the earth rotates around the sun, having a spherical shape, the sun can illuminate only one side of the earth. This is a spherical body of the earth. When this side is before the sun, this is dark. When the earth rotates around the sun, having a spherical shape, the sun can illuminate only one side of the earth, while the other remains in darkness, as I demonstrated. The side in the darkness of night is replaced by the brightness of day when the sun rises there. It makes the system heliocentric. Where the earth rotates at its axis and revolves around the sun, seeking necessary support for managing its affairs effectively as the junior member of the solar system. So, my dear friends, with this we conclude our discussion under lecture 275. Please subscribe Idea Foundation YouTube channel to watch videos of previous lectures and join us for the noble cause. Thank you, friends, for participation and attention. Allah Hafiz.